Hi, I'm Gravity Master Yogi Tarzan, and I want to show you in 5 minutes or less what you can do with this swing to address all 7 major joints of the body and the master joint, the spine. That's right, you have 7 major joints. The ankle included with the feet, 2, the knee, the hips, the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, and the hands. And the master joint, all these vertebrae together. Now, to understand the body and the movements is to also try to understand gravity. Because gravity is the closest thing that we can understand the element of God. Because gravity is God. And our body is an element of God. To understand how all the bones stack together and how the fluids move through the joints, and that the joints over time get restrictions and adhesions and blockages, and that's the effects of age. So I'm going to show you very quickly how to address all the points of the body in less than 5 minutes. Let's start with the major joint connection of the spine, how it addresses everything else. So this is my morning unwind. It's the easiest thing to do is to hang. Let the spine elongate, drop the knees, and rotate. Just this action is doing so much for the entire body because you're creating all that space within the joints that no other exercise can touch it. Why? Because gravity is doing all the work and it's passive. Okay, now let's address the back bend. This torquing the spine and allowing all the openings through the back, the front of the chest. You can counter pose and rotate forward and drop down, elongating the spine. And because everything's connected, when you take a master move, such as this being a master move, the hang, you go into a minor move, a rotation. Okay? So you take any master move, such as the back bend, and when you've had at least 15 seconds or more in this position, your body will dress itself and tell you which area you might want to move into, or that is more tight that you want to loosen up. So from here, I would move up the spine a little more. And then down into resting. Okay? Then down into resting. Okay? Now let's address the ankles and the knees. Grabbing your handles, you can either do it from this height, or you can do it from the upper handles, which in fact I prefer. Because again, I can open up through the lats, the chest, and get that nice rotation. Obviously the hips are getting a nice opening in the arms, so it's all inclusive. But just addressing those areas, because everything's connected, as you know. Okay? So that way that we fit the lower legs. I like to go lower, upper body, mid body, and then again, same thing. So I like to mix things up. You might want to mix things up too. So, forward bend, addressing this area. Again, take a position. Hold it for at least 15 seconds, and then move from that major position to minor positions. Side to side, front, or using the lower legs for support. chest opener. And then the opposite way, hanging down. Again, the knees are open wide for knee opener. Full rotations in both directions. Call this clearing the joints. So you take a position, you hold it, maintain at least 15 seconds, drop from the major to the minor, and then rotate in every direction that you can, and that's called clearing the joints. And you want to experience that because that's where the health and that's where the rejuvenation happens when the restrictions are removed. Okay, so we've gone from the lower body to the mid. Let's go to the upper, the neck. This dual saddled swing, I love it. These small slings go behind the neck, allow for greater opening. Just hang in there and go from side to side and hang down. Go back, side to side. And that opens the neck very nicely. Okay, for the wrists, elbows, and shoulders, grab the handles, hang, and shift. Now, if you notice, I'm rotating my shoulders open, and then I'm rotating back. Open and back. Side to side. And then try the lowers. Oh, and drop down. All right. In that short video, I covered, to me, it all. The abductors, the adductors, the elongation, elongating the muscle with gravity, and the contraction, the rotations, all in support of healing the body through natural compression of gravity and natural expression of elongation. And that's how the system can benefit anybody. Only you know your body, and when you feel restriction one way and an opening the other, you know that there's an imbalance. And to work that out is the key to yogic happiness. Gravity Master Yogi Tarzan. Touch down.